A Michigan DUI lawyer coming to you this morning from my forensic science class, ethics and expert witness testimony. But I'm not here to talk about drunk driving issues today. I'm here to talk about Sunshine Week. Today marks the beginning of Sunshine Week, where we celebrate transparency in government. This includes the Michigan Open Meetings Act as well as the Michigan Freedom of Information Act. The Michigan Freedom of Information Act says that documents that are produced at taxpayers' expense are subject to disclosure under the Freedom of Information Act. However, as government always does, the Freedom of Information Act is riddled with case law where the government has denied access to citizens who have requested copies of public records. My contribution to Sunshine Week is a case from 2014 where I represented my good friend and fellow criminal defense lawyer, Jim Amberg, in a case against the city of Dearborn. Amberg versus City of Dearborn. In that case, Mr. Amberg had been denied access to various videotapes that the police had collected in connection with an investigation. They refused to disclose them, claiming that they weren't part of their official police file. We sued in the Wayne County Circuit Court, and I was handed the big L. We appealed it up to the Court of Appeals, and I lost on appeal in the Michigan Court of Appeals. And incidentally, I was down in New Orleans. It ruined my vacation down to New Orleans when I lost that case in the Court of Appeals. I got back to Michigan, and Jim said, you know what, maybe we should just cut our losses and call it a day. And I said, not no, but hell no. And we appealed it to the Michigan Supreme Court. And I was granted a unanimous decision by the Michigan Supreme Court, reversing and remanding and holding that we were right all along. And nowadays, there isn't a FOIA lawsuit that doesn't come down that doesn't have the case of Amberg versus City of Dearborn cited in it. Despite all the hard work that I put in, my good friend Jim Amberg took all the credit. That said, on a more serious note, I got a lot of experience with the Freedom of Information Act back before we had formal discovery rules in the state of Michigan on misdemeanor cases. So in every drunk driving case that we would file, I would have to do a Freedom of Information Act to request access to government records, and it became almost routine. I was constantly suing local municipal governments to release information pertaining to drunk driving cases. And funny enough, I just got a call last week from another attorney whose client is being denied access under the FOIA. And so Sunshine Week exists for a reason. The government is always trying to bring back and reel in disclosure of public records. If you are denied public records under the Freedom of Information Act, give me a call and we can discuss.